Hello, everybody. My name is Sylvain Rochon. I am the Paradise Engineer. And today I want to talk about longevity, basically, and the implications of it in the context of being out there, one of the youngest civilizations that are about to emerge as part of a greater community with extraterrestrial civilizations, perhaps in the Milky Way, dozens, hundreds, who knows, that have been around for a much longer time. Now, we know from our own research from biotechnology, what we're currently working on now, that life can be extended. Now, not only being more well, like healthier, and therefore, being more active, more energetic until the end of the capacity for our body to support ourselves, which is, about 120 years or so. But to actually break down that year to remove that cap, that maximum year, and make it essentially infinite, or 1,000 years or something like that. This is a real possibility because we're able to engineer and work with mRNA and DNA. We're able to modify and understand how we actually are aging at a molecular level, and we're able to biohack ourselves. The example is the COVID vaccines. The mRNA vaccine is one of the techniques in which we're forcing a cell to produce a protein that we dictate it should produce. And genetic engineering has been around for a long time. We're getting pretty good at it. And we're able to identify genes. And with the inclusion of AI, that allows us to determine protein folding, that allows us to see correlations between different systems and different proteins and how they function in the body, alongside with our research. We're actually, this year and last year, we've been starting to produce commercially available drugs, not complicated or expensive ones, that essentially would make our life longer. And every year that we have these breakthroughs and these drugs coming out and these techniques and this understanding, our potential lifespan increases. So there's such a concept as a longevity escape velocity. This is where I'm heading, where if we are able to have affordable medicines and treatments that extend our lifespan beyond 120 to 140, 150, and so on, and us being healthy along the way, if those advances add years faster than the progress of years of time, then that endpoint where the body just can't sustain itself is never reached. So that's the longevity escape velocity concept. And we're in the middle of it. Like, we're pumping out some of these treatments. There's some groups around the world that are working specifically on dealing with longevity causes and how it affects healthcare, and also just the treatments themselves. So some of those experts have said that the first person that will reach 1,000 years is already born. And within the next 20 years, we'll see really great advances in technology to allow us to do that. But 1,000 years is a long time, so we won't see that 1,000-year person until 1,000 years from now. But the person is arguably already born, and every young child or even a teenager will likely live, unless they die of other causes, live 200, 400, 500 years, presumably, as we figure out how to reverse aging and to correct the aging process that debilitates us and makes our minds go crazy, and so on and so forth. So that's good for us. It causes some social problems, potentially overpopulations, and people are not dying of natural causes anymore, that kind of thing. But also it makes a much healthier population that remains productive for their whole lifespan, which could be ultimately very, very long or infinite. Now, here's the thing. If we have civilizations out there that are more advanced than us, and arguably there are many, many, and they've been around with at least our level of technology for thousands of years, the individuals that were there watching us in the Bronze Age may still be alive today. The same individuals, the same people. And if it's not flesh and blood, their memory is probably digitized somewhere, and they may be living through AI and whatnot. Things that we understand today, but we haven't. We're on the we're conceiving it and we're putting it into market now. They've been doing it for thousands of years, maybe a million years. So the people that we may encounter in a first contact scenario may be thousands of years old, incredibly wise, and their recorded history is measured in eons, not 150 years, 200 years like us. So they have records of everything they've been doing for a massive amount of time. So I'm thinking, when we do meet an extraterrestrial or non-human intelligence out there that's able to cross the sky, I have to think of ourselves, just how old is each individual, and just how immature we are compared to them. And so with humility, I think, is the approach to approach them. We shouldn't be approaching them with demands and haughty intellectualism. We should approach them with open arms and say, hey, teach me something. Because we're the primitives, we're young, we're immature, and we need guidance. And I think that would be a smarter approach. Talk to you later. Cheers.